In today's video, I talk about World Anvil. I talk about how dwarf assassins are a lot like James Bond, only not as sleazy. And I do it all in my manly voice. You're not going to want to miss this, so let's get started. Hey everybody. Let's get some of these tweaks done here. See if that'll work. Good morning, everybody. Oh, hey, Till. How are you today? I'm going to be dodging this microphone every once in a while when I cough. That's why I've been gone for a while. Life has just been fun. We've had illness in the family. I'm not a new grandfather, but I have a new grandbaby, a new grandson. Let's see, what else happened? 10.5 hours of work. I am done. Awesome. And I don't think I ever work because I love doing what I do. You like some of the stuff you do. But wow, 10.5 hours of work. Awesome. That was another thing that I was doing while I was gone, not streaming over the last 2 weeks, is, what was it? It was, I had to finish a job for that well-known individual. I have no idea if I'm allowed to talk about it or not. So, but he's a rock and roll House of Famer, was making a children's book for somebody, and for 10 days in a row I was doing 20 plus hours a day, and my eyes gave out for 3 days after that. So I literally could not look at any screen. I'd look at my iPhone and my eyes would just freak out. So I just had to take a break, and I got really, really sick. As you can tell, I still have that. My bronchitis, because now here in the state that I live, cold weather is starting to come in, and every year I get my cold. I'm a very good chance of my bronchitis kicking in. And usually it's been mid to late November that my bronchitis kicks in. I just get cold. So, you put on your sweater, you put on your jacket, no big deal. And man, I was gonna stream last week, but it hit me on Monday of last week, and I couldn't breathe. So, I don't know if you remember me talking about in Discord that I was coughing so hard last year that I cracked my own ribs from coughing so hard. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I did. I ended up breaking my own ribs from coughing. Haven't had anything close to that this time. That was crazy last year. That's where I got my inhaler and went and saw the doctors to try to avoid having that happen again. But so that's where I'm at, and that's where I've been. But I've got some fun stuff to show you guys today. One of the things that I absolutely love, I'm going to change this music. Let's see. I want... what can I do? Let's see. Lo-fi. It's hard when I got myself a Spotify account specifically so that I could stream music while I'm working with you guys. Yeah, I cracked a coffin. It's Halloween. Yeah. But it's funny because with the Spotify, you find... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Amy, for that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that cup of coffee. I'm gonna show you guys some fun things this morning before I get started on the drawing. I want to show you. But the stream, I got it for any of you that are streaming. I know that I've got, we're doing this on Twitch, but this will also be put on YouTube. So those of you that are looking on YouTube, you know, they're really tough over there at YouTube with their ability to track whether or not music and sounds and things are copyrighted. So, you know, playing copyrighted stuff in your stream, it's a big deal. It's a really, really big deal. And on Twitch, even though this works doing it live, they don't stop you doing it live. But when they record your video, you have this dead space where they'll make you quiet. So I've learned there's certain things, even though I got the Spotify, like so many of my friends have, you can't say, you can't pick a music list that just says streaming list. Because I did that, and the person, whoever made the list, might have been something that they liked listening to while they were streaming, but it was all copyrighted stuff. So I looked and I had my video was like Swiss cheese. It had all these holes in it with no sound. So I'm trying to find hot stream music. Okay, so we're going to switch and go back to this. And so I had to find specific streams that had in it there that they do not have copyright problems with. So you got to be careful about that. I'm throwing that out there for whoever's intending on doing this, streaming or making a video that they want to put up on YouTube or someplace else. Don't get slammed by not thinking this through and playing music that somebody else is really a stickler with the copyrights on. Hey, Heve. Good to see you this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, depending upon where you live in the world. Okay, I can't laugh too much or I'll start coughing. Oh, that'll hurt. Okay, so how long has it been? 2-3 weeks that I've streamed. And I've been practicing on being consistent. I've got my time all out, but sometimes life just gets you. So the last thing I was working on our last stream happened to be the article that we were doing for World Anvil, which, by the way, this stream is brought to you by World Anvil. Go to WantedHero.com. If you're a world builder, whether you're a storyteller, whether you're a game master, if you're just crafting something because you just love world building in and of itself, I like people like that. Use WantedHero.com, and later on we're going to take a break, and I'm going to infuse a commercial into this as I learn how to edit my videos better. So I've got a World Anvil commercial, and when I edit this and put it on YouTube, the commercial's going in it because I want my video to look freaking cool. All right, back to reality here. All right, so the article was the alliances. That was the challenge. And I think mine turned out okay. I don't know. Every time I think I do well, I look at some of you guys and man, I'm telling you, the talent in the World Anvil community is mind-blowing. And can I tell you the number one reason why I like World Anvil? I'm the platform itself for my project. I'm setting that aside. The side benefit, the number one benefit that I enjoy World Anvil for on a personal level, not the creative level, just as a person, is I love that there is a place out there in the web sphere, okay, where my people live. That's how I look at it. My people, my family, my friends, other people like me who are creating amazing things that I can go and hang out with. I hang out with Hefe. I hang out with Tillers. I hang out with Amy and Angela and Laura Bones and so many. And if you're on Twitch and you watch these streams, you've met a lot of my friends. All these amazing individuals who are creators, and there aren't any egos being thrown around. What? On the internet? Say it ain't so. I am saying it so. There's a community of just, I'm going to say it. For any of you that are manly men, I'm sorry, it's going to be said anyway. Beautiful individuals. Beautiful human beings that are psychotic creative geniuses. I'm telling you. TJ, Adamal, Baron. I can name everybody. I can just name everybody. They're all creative geniuses. And that to me has been the biggest side blessing apart from the platform itself. So if you're looking for, let's say you're making something, whether you're writing a book or making a comic book or, doing your next tabletop role-playing creation, you want to hang out with people, just classy, kind, encouraging people. That would be a really major selling point in my mind of recommending WantedHero.com. Man, that's the longest freaking commercial I've ever done, and I haven't even done the commercial. I am just an absolute World Anvil addict. That is why I have that little tiny, nope, it's there. That little tiny button right there. Yeah, poke, 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 poke. Why I'm part of the Anvil streaming core. Booyah! Because people should know about this platform. Which is funny because we're about ready to celebrate our 3rd year. And we're going on 1 million users. 3 years old. 3. And 1 million users. I'm telling you, there's something about it. You should check this out. Okay, back to the story. Here we go. So it was alliances, and I was making the header for my alliance article, and I wanted something a little bit different. You know, I have the flags. I'll show you. I got some of the flags down here, which I thought were kind of fun for a couple of the countries. And the alliance that I had were the Kings of Men. It was the Council of Kings was my article. And so I had 7. You know what's funny? I totally forgot. I can actually, I want to try something, if you guys don't mind. I want to try something. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click on this. And let me test this real quick. Let's see. See if I can go there. Okay. Hey, it's working on my iPad. Nice. I can do this. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working on today. The Wanted Hero right here is this header is going to be replaced. I'm so pleased with my new buttons. Everything's new. Sorry, I wanted to go. Okay, I need to go up here. Just wanted to show you the article. Okay, let's see. This is World Anvil, by the way. Let's see. Come on, you doing that? Let's see, Kings. Huh. I wonder why it is not searching. Oh, wait. I forgot on the iPad, you always gotta refresh. Let's see if that worked. Kings. Nope, not Kings. Kings. See, it did work. Okay, so tip, if you're trying to do this with your iPad, it's saving stuff. You have to, when you boot up your Google on your iPad again, you need to refresh it. So that's why I wasn't picking things up. Counts of Kinks. So here's my article. So in my last streams, I was doing, hey, mister. Hello, Langna. So, I was working on the banner, but I wanted to show you what I've done over the last couple weeks while I was gone. So, did the banner, or the cover, and I did it in layers. You have the table, you have the chairs, you have the background. The background, I made that kind of blurry. I did the flags, so we've got the side flags here. We've got the flag of the Alliance. We got the flag of each of the council members. So these are the things that I was working on before. Yeah. Turned out really, really nice. So all that artwork. Then we learned how to take all those individuals, all the individual kingdoms, and connect them together. Whoops. Oh, I don't want to save any image. I just wanted to touch the dang thing. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know how to do this touch-wise, man. Is that what it's doing? Ah. Well, apparently I don't have the gift to do this. Whatever. By touch. So this is showing all the connections to the different kingdoms. Some of the connections are not as peaceful as one may think. And then the lovely buttons at the bottom. Anyway, I wanted to show that to you. I really did. Because I worked hard on that while we were gone. And that's what we were doing in stream before. So did that. Showed you that. I want to show you the other thing that I did while I was gone. And that is beautiful, beautiful picture of Hoban, who is now completely taken over WantedHero.com. I'm going back to writing my stories. I asked Hoban to just take over the site. I'll contribute some artwork, but he's an artist too. And so we got that worked out. So I'm pretty excited about that. Now, what are we working on today? I will show you. That banner that I showed you, cover at the front, is being replaced. So this is the basic size. That whole white piece of paper is the basic size of the header. And I wanted to have, this is all just pencil right now, but I wanted to have as many of the faces, starting with Wendell in the center right here, okay? And I just wanted to have a bunch of the different characters from the world all collected together to show the diversity of this creation and community. And so that's what I'm doing. I just do it one piece at a time. As you can see, some of these I drew right off the bat. I drew Wendell, Dax, Chuck, and Delnar, the High Elder. I also drew Alhana. But some of these other ones, I have brought in other pictures that I've already drawn, and then I put them over, and then I just kind of adjust them a little bit, and then re-sketch over them to make them look up. Like Dathern Istul up here, the bookshop owner from the black market, he's looking down and looking away in the other photograph, and so I've got that. And I'll show you what I mean. So if I insert a photo, so some of these, I'm doing things like this. Whoops. And so I'll shrink them down a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll take and I'll place a character somewhere like that. And we'll probably put him over here. I'm not sure. Maybe up next to him there. And then what we do, we place him under so we can kind of adjust him a little bit better. Things like that. And then what we do is we'll go like this and blow them up like that. And then what we'll do is we will first kind of take out the... Oh, we don't want all that. We want this. All right. Let's go like that. And then what we do is we take this and we will lower this down. That also lets us see where we need to take out the pencil from underneath. And then go to the pencil, and I will want to adjust this just a little bit. And if you don't know who this character is, this is a famous dwarf assassin from my books. He's kind of like the James Bond without the sleazy garbage. Because in my books there is a famous gnome assassin named Buddy Keisler. And he is actually inspired by a good friend of mine who is a international and New York Times bestselling author, Barry Eisler. So Buddy Keisler is Barry Eisler. And Barry Eisler in real life is a brilliant writer of... I don't know what... I keep wanting to say gumshoe, but that's not what they are. His most famous character is John Rain, and he is an American-Japanese mix individual nationality, and he is an assassin. And the amazing thing about John Rain is that his specialty is being able to take out his targets in ways to make it look completely natural. So none of his targets are ever... it never looks like they've been assassinated. Anyway, Barry... The funny thing is Barry in real life was the very first to leave a review on my Wanted Hero when they were comic books back in 2005. And I didn't know who Barry was, and Barry didn't know who I was, and he just sent me an email and said how much he liked the comic book. That it reminded him of the comic books, the Eerie comics, when he was a kid. And so he just said, thank you so much. And I thought that was so kind. I emailed him back. I didn't know who he was. And I said, thank you so much. Would you be willing to give a testimonial or a review on the comic? He said, sure. So he gave me that review and signed it. And I had a link to his website. And I remember seeing that website for the very first time and finding out who he was. And just... freaking out. Oh my goodness. I was so kind of pathetic. I mean, Barry's a great guy. I mean, I am one of his fans in real life, and we're friends. Now to make sure that I'm very clear, I've actually never met Barry in real life. I've just had conversations with him and interacted with him over the internet, but not like he comes over for barbecues or anything. I don't know him like that. Though I've tried to get to the same barbecue that he's been at. in Colorado. I've been invited to a barbecue every year. But it was just so fun to have someone who was in the industry and so popular and that liked my comics. I was so excited. So I showed my wife, and anyway, Perry is a very kind man. Anyway, he's a real life ex-CIA and martial arts practitioner. Studied and Barry, if you see this, I'm sorry, you can correct me. I'm sorry, I believe that he's mastered judo and studied in Japan, I believe. Anyway, so this character, the way that I have things set up, but the phrase James Bond without the sleeves reminded me. Sorry, just reading what Mr. is saying. I don't know why, but the phrase James Bond without the sleeves reminded me of Oink Bane, a character that someone came up with for a D&D game. A werebore assassin that isn't really sneaking, keeps shouting, "Too subtle for you," and sneak attack at his targets. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So who... Okay, so... this character... The actual assassin in my books, Buddy Keisler in my books, is a take on Barry Eisler. So, Barry Eisler's a nice guy. He writes about an assassin as for a living. He writes about other stuff too, but anyway, his main series are first series. Whereas in my world, it is Buddy Keisler who is the gnome, who's the actual assassin. And he writes about an assassin, and he is the #1 fiction writer in Clockwork City. So he's rich and he's famous, but he doesn't care so much about that while he's actually assassinating other gnomes in real life is when he's taking notes to write about his books. So you can find those, there's actually some scenes there. It's this one right here that I took this from. You can check out the comic books and see him when he's going through. He's working out the dialogue in his mind of one of his books, while he is planning. He's up on a side of a building and getting ready to cut the straps off of a hanging safe that's gonna smash somebody and kill him. And I think the scene is something that he's having a moment of self-reflection and wondering, should I really be doing this? Shouldn't my intents be more noble, more focused? And then he pauses for it and he goes, nah, this is, guy's got to pay the rent, and he slashes the thing and kills the person down below. Anyway, it's kind of a funny moment. Excuse me. Anyway, so that's where this character comes from. This is the dwarf representation of Buddy Keisler. Excuse me. Hope there's not going to be a lot of that. Sorry, the correct phrase would be dwarven assassin like James Bond, but without the sleaze. So the No More Murder, She Wrote plot. I'm still convinced that either Miss Fletcher or her typewriter was cursed so that people die around them. Yeah. Never know. Never know, mister. Anyway, as soon as I get this guy, Buddy Keisler, the assassin here. get him done, penciled out, then we will start some inking. Remember, the detail always comes out in the ink. That's what I tell everyone. Detail always comes out in the ink. Yeah. All right. All right, let's see. So weird pulling pictures from old comics, and I don't draw this way anymore. My pencil wants to, no, fix this. I just see certain things that I just don't do anymore. All right. I do want to have the striped suit. I think that's very fun. So my wife and my daughters are going to be entering a community pie making contest on Saturday. That'll be fun. That'll be so much fun. My wife's entering one. Each of my daughters are doing one, I think. Oh, that's going to be a little bit intimidating. Alright. I told him, I said, I think it'd be great for all of them just to go have some fun. My wife has a little bit of a reputation around where we live for her food. And I like the ladies in the community who are like, ooh, yeah, let's compete against Mrs. Buckley. I like those ladies. But there are also lots of other ladies like, oh, wait, Mrs. Buckley's doing it. I'm not going to enter. Come on. My wife is not Mary Berry. We like Mary Berry, though. From the Great British Bake Off. So how are all of you doing today? Everyone good this week? Everyone well? Here, my chest is burning while I'm breathing right now. Crackling like I got a bowl of water on my chest. And I keep thinking, and I see all my kids. My kids are all running around. Nobody's sick over here. Everyone's having a great day. Dad's just hacking. So I'm wondering, how are all you guys doing? Anyone have a problem with change of seasons? Man, I want to dress up like the Borg so bad. I know. Comment. Out from the left, huh? How are you feeling today? I want to be like the Borg. Sorry. Just thinking of Halloween. It used to be my favorite holiday. It's not anymore, but used to be because I like dressing up. What? What? Are you making fun? Dressing up is fun. Were you making fun of my, how's everyone feeling? I want to dress up like a Borg. That's kind of what it felt like in my brain. Like, nah. By the way, did you take a break and then go back and look at Hoban again? I did. I walked away, turned everything off, and then I woke up the next morning and I grabbed my iPad and I sat on the couch and I just sat there and just stared at Hoban. And I think you're right. He kind of looks, if we got rid of the table and all that, it looks like he just wants to give you a hug. I think you're right. But I having a conversation with him, he loves it. He loves it. So I'm glad. Yeah. See, me too. That's probably one of the best realistic cartoon drawings I've ever done. So I'm so pleased with the results. And I like what we're using it for. Oh, guess what? As you see at the as you will see, I don't know when it's gonna, I think I set it for every half hour or so to mention it, but I don't know if you noticed, I set up I did the, what do you call it? The Ko-Fi. I did the Ko-Fi Gold. Paid for that in a year in advance. Because I figured, why not? It gave me another platform to sell books from. And the artwork that we've been making. And also for subscribers. And I'm trying to figure out, if anyone wants to help me figure this out, I'd like to figure out a way. I really would like to figure out a way to do subscribers to my World Anvil using the Ko-Fi or the coffee. That would be so awesome. That would be so great. Okay, and then what we do is once we do the pencil like this, then I go in there, I turn this off. See? So I can see if I got all the pieces. I didn't. He has a ponytail. Anyway, I am selling the comic books again for 97 cents each. And I only have the first 5. I didn't put all of them up. And then I put all the books up. Okay, he looks good. Now I can go and I can delete that piece. Alright, which means we can fill in more of King Borislav. Nice. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. So I figure what we'll do is we will start with some inks. And we're going to take our time with this. This is what I'm going to do over the next month here. Yeah. I think things do. They really, really look good. Everything is looking so good. All right, we're going to take this and we are going to fade it so that we can enjoy the inks. Technical pen. I'm going to keep the ink. I'm going to keep this very, very small for a specific reason, because I want to do this bit big, and then I'm going to put as much detail into this as I possibly can. So, because this is going to be the first thing that anybody sees when they come to WantedHero.com. So, I want to make sure that this grabs people's attention. And then my goal and hope is to keep that attention. I'm so excited the way that this site has grown. So excited. And thank you, Lena, for being so much help over this past week. I mean, longer than that, but I couldn't have made all these changes without your help. I'm so grateful that you've been helping me. Thank you. You can also tell Clay that I don't mind all of his insights and designs. I think everyone that's participated has been wonderful. I'm so grateful. Looks like I've dropped a bunch of frames. So where are we at? We're at almost at an hour. We'll take a break at an hour and we'll do the commercial. Sounds good. I think in one of these streams, and if it's popular, we'll do more. I'm thinking maybe we should design some t-shirts. I need some... I really want to design some merch. But I'd like to have feedback. I think that might be fun to design some merch. Do it with you guys. I think that might be fun. Oh. Alright, so I got the first one. Now, I'm going to need to go a little bit further because I'm going to show you why we're going to do some trying to fill. Alright. So, we do that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that. This is going to be the slats. That's twice. At least we got the commercial slammed in there. But that's twice this thing's crashed. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to tell everybody. But I'm going to do this stream. I'm going to complete this stream regardless of whether or not anyone else is paying attention. Whether or not anyone else is here. Because I said I would do this. And I'm going to do this. So I'm eliminating all the reasons why my computer might be freaking out. And that also means that I don't have any music in the background, which kind of sucks. I think I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to try to put... I really do want to have Spotify on. So I'm going to try it anyway. Here we go. Let's see if it crashes again. If it crashes again, I'm still going to come back. I'm probably going to... Yeah, whatever. I'm going to try it anyway. Okay. And we have Wendell here. Our hero. And we are now going to color him. Going to put some flat color to that boy. That is what we're going to do. All right. Let's see if we've got just something that's just nice. So we're just gonna do this for the stream. I have an hour worth of music. That's what I'm gonna put on. Let's see if this works. Pleasant. We're good. I'm not doing anything risky. I'm not gonna push any other buttons. I'm just gonna draw. Okay. All right. We're going to try it. Don't crash. All right. Let's see, flats. If I'm going to be alone, I ought to enjoy this music. Hey, mister. The universe. I'm going to blame Twitch. That's why it crashed. That's the only time my computer is crashing. And I'm actually building, or my son's building a new computer for me. We're going to make a Hackintosh. So I got a Macintosh, and I'm going to have a Windows computer. And then I'll decide how I'm going to stream. If I'm going to put that on the... If I'm going to put it on the PC side or what, I don't know. But it's a monster of a computer. So I'm excited. Ah. So you're taking off right now? Do you want to take the phone? Oh, did you get a ride? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Love you. Have a good day. Always say bye to my children. I am excited. This is supposed to be we did a price out and speed tests and power tests with the Hackintosh, and as my son put it, he says, "Dad, you won't need another computer for about 15 years. We can upgrade it whenever we want to upgrade it. We can use PC parts, but we'll have the Mac OS, which is what I want. But I'll also have Windows as well, so it'll be 2 computers in one. But just on the Mac side alone, you could not do any better until you reach somewhere between the $8,000 and $10,000 range. But it's being specifically designed for my artwork, so I'm excited about that. And it is supposed to support my streaming specifically, so it will have all the power and to spare to do anything I want to do streaming wise. So that's the hope, that's the focus. Alright, it's already crashed twice. People are thinking I'm drawing it at a fast pace with with that music. Okay, now we're going to do the highlights. Okay. Ah. I think it's looking pretty good. I think we need to put a little bit of depth on it in his skin. So we're going to do that. We're going to make it a little bit darker. Then we're going to change the brush. And we're going to see about smoothing this out a little bit. Make sure we're on the highlight. Is that even dark enough, I wonder? Let's try that. It is. I literally was not seeing it. I think next time I do this, I'm going to use a different layer though. It's not too bad. I don't know. What do you think about something like that? I think it looks pretty good. I'm wondering about how far I want to take these shadows. I think I'm going to add shadows on everyone else last. That way I'll know where everyone's positioned, which will be good. Let's see. I think the last thing we need to do, let's put some white. I don't like that. I do not like that. I don't like that either. Alright, can't quite figure that one out, so we'll leave it. That should be good. Drinking coffee. Alright. So, we're going to take... Oh. Alright. Okay, so I'll put that to the completed. Which the completed will always be on the bottom layer. Will always be the bottom layer. Which means this should actually work out really well. Okay, let's try doing the High Elder next here and see how that works. So if I put that under there and I turn that off, okay, so I can draw. That is black. Kind of wondered, yeah, keep it safe. That's exactly right, Langdon. I want to do these one character at a time and then fill them in, adjust them, fill them in. That way, yeah, it's much easier to fix. I've been curious, Tillers, what you think of me getting rid of the subscribe with all the buttons and things, change to what it is now with Hoban. A lot of effort went into making those, buttons before, but it's wasn't quite the direction I was wanting to go in. The longer I had it there, I realized I'm not too sure I want that. I was wondering how you like it. The changes now. Now it's themed the way it's meant to be themed. Specifically with Hoban. So I'm just curious if you've seen the page, noticed the page. Hey Brian, how are ya? Doing good. Everything's safe-ish. This is my second time back because of computer crashes. So we'll just see how we do. I'm bound and determined to keep doing this for the full 2 hours so that I can make one and put it up on YouTube no matter what. So even if I gotta sit here in silence, I'll figure it out. But already crashed twice. How are you today, buddy? Oh, so first of all, Gifted Brian, no, things are not looking post-apocalyptic outside. I mean, other than the, November election coming up here in America, it's probably going to be chaotic no matter who. Oh, this is annoying on this list. Ugh. Let's go back to this. That'll work. Ugh. So no, not post-apocalyptic, and I also live in farming community, or on the verge, on the borderline there, and I live in a really nice area. Very kind people. For the most part, people are keeping their crap together. Tillers, remember how we worked, I was just mentioning about taking down the subscriber page. You know, how we did all the little icons and click on it and it would drop down? Well, now it's replaced with Hoban, because I just went away from the gnome DMV looking lady selling licenses and realized, no, this is a very personal thing. What we're making at WantedHero.com is extremely personal. And so we made this from the standpoint of Hoban. I had a nice long talk with him and centered it around him and his writing, and so we just decided to encourage everyone to, buy him a coffee or to buy him a drink, an ale or something. And if someone's really enthusiastic and really wants all of his secrets, buy him a hot meal. Put a meal in the gnome's belly. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's where, whoops, pressed the wrong button, Buckley. That's why I drew this picture over the weekend. Because that's the picture, that's the cover at the top. And he just says, I'd be a fool to give away my life's work. And we also worked it out too. Someone who buys Hoban a coffee once a month, $3. I worked it out. That's, in exchange, he's giving people 720 hours of access to his work. Yeah, I have no qualms saying that's, if you want exclusive stuff, buy him a coffee for 720 hours of access. You know what I mean? Yeah, subscription tiers page. It's been changed. Remove the buttons. And Gifted Brian says, personally I'm okay. Generally not so much, since the Netherlands is now the leader in pandemic cases. Is it really? I'm so sorry to hear that. It's not to make light of because I'm at high risk. I've got 2 grandchildren who have almost no immune system. I've got a daughter-in-law who has to be on specific medication every month to keep her alive. Our whole house is high risk. And the rest of us that go out and work to support everybody, we bring stuff back into, bring it back to the house, and it's like all these possibilities. But still, looking at this, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying my opinion here is I'm far more terrified of the flu than COVID. This has just become absolutely ridiculous and stupid of containing people and, keeping people all cooped up. Look, if you're at high risk, that's great. Then you stay in your house. Again, that's just my opinion, only my opinion. But someone telling me that I've got to stay here when I don't have it and I want to go out there and earn my living and keep society going forward, yeah, I'm not going to stay home anymore. So I'm definitely a high risk individual, but I'm willing to take those risks and chances. And I look at people that say, well, you're putting other people at risk. No, not any more than with the cold or anything else. Period. Anything that I've got at any given time can be transferred to somebody else. And anything that somebody else has, whether or not they know they have it, can be transferred to me. So don't feed me that BS. And on top of it all, because of Amazon, because of all these companies that are changing their ability to, or changing the way that they do business, being able to ship things to your door, if you're so paranoid about getting something, I'm not picking on you, again, I just hear this all the time, then stay at home. Order everything from home. You stay at home. I'm just against someone telling me that I've got to stay at home. I'm not telling anyone to stay at home. Nobody. I've had it. I've seen too many problems. I got a sister, bless her heart. Love that woman. She worked hard to become a nurse. I saw her at a funeral at one of our cousins not too long ago, and she was just in tears. And she said, don't talk to her about masks. And I'm like, but you're a nurse. She goes, no, everything has its place. But throwing that in my face, she says, in the way that they have locked down on who can come into the hospitals and all that, she says, it is become so horrible. Because she works in an area with the elderly, and she works specifically in a area with Alzheimer's patients. And she just cried her eyes out and said, do you know that I have at least one patient a week that dies from depression? And that didn't make sense to me. I'm not a medical individual. That didn't make sense to me. And she said, it is heartbreaking to know that the COVID rules that are cracked down on hospitals have caused the deaths of people. Not COVID. The rules of the lockdown have killed older people. This is from her experiences. She says, because she has these old people who literally just give up because they think they wake up, they have those semi-lucid moments, and they wake up in the hospital and think, it's not true, but they think that they've been abandoned by their children. And the hospital won't let the children or the husband or the wife in. They're not allowed in. And so regardless of the convincing or efforts that my sister makes, she's got someone every once in a while passes away because they just give up. And that's sad. It's the same thing as broken heart tillers. I have relatives that, you've got a husband or a wife that dies. We've got someone here who, my son was telling me about someone that a 90-something-year-old man got arrested for trying to break into a home to see his wife. They arrested him. I said, for what? Okay, he's in a home because they don't allow any visitors into the home. But he kept singing to her on the outside of her window. And he says, after 6 years, she had a lucid moment where she remembered him. And he says, so help me, I'm going to talk to my wife. And he literally was arrested with a bat in his hand. It smashed the window to climb in to talk to his wife. To have a conversation with his own wife because he'd waited 6 years for her to remember who he is. There's all sorts of stuff like that going on. In my state here, it's just sad stuff. And it's real life stuff. So I don't think you can measure everything by, medical. But I can see your point. How do you diagnose death by depression? Well, when you've got, like she said, she had a sweet little lady that just wouldn't eat anymore. She just wouldn't. Curl up in her bed and turn over and won't talk to anyone. Won't get up. Won't do anything. Just stayed in bed till she died. Yeah. This is just crazy, crazy times. I'm all for loving everyone. Yeah. That's a sad subject. Need to check later. Oh, it sounds good to me. Problem that apparently some companies say, come to the office or stay home forever. We don't need you then. Oh, is that happening with businesses too? I bet there's all sorts of crazy stories with businesses. And you know me. I mean, I've worked for you. As an artist, I've always been at home. So, yeah. Hello, Wolfie. Hello, sweetie. How are you? Good to see you. Broken heart syndrome is an official diagnosis. Oh, really? Is that what it's called? That's just sad. That is so sad. I had a conversation with my grandfather, and my grandfather died a few years ago. I think it was 94, either 94 or 96 when he passed away. But I remember when my grandma passed away. She didn't like me. And my grandpa was one of the greatest men I've ever known. And for the last, I don't know how many years of her life, she was bedridden. She would summon my grandfather by the ringing of a bell. And it just drove the rest of us mad. Anyway, we buried my grandma. And I remember going over and visiting. And my Uncle Bob was gone, who is my grandfather's son. And I remember catching my grandpa while he was doing the his laundry. And I said, Grandpa, can I ask you a question? Because I love that guy. He says, sure. He comes on over and he's so tall. He towers over me. He's so tall. Anyway, he sits down on the couch next to me and I said, I hear or read these stories of these couples that, someone passes away and the sibling misses them so much that not too long after they pass away in their sleep as well. And I'm just kind of wondering, because most of us didn't have access to Grandpa much because he was always taking care of his sweetheart, which is wonderful. And he looked at me and he goes, well, and he goes over and he slaps my knee with his hand, this big, massive hand, and he says, I love your grandmother more than life. And I've always adored her. And he looked at me and he says, but after that bell, he says, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break and stick around for a while. And I just laughed so dang hard. And he did. He stayed for years and dated for a little while. All these women who wanted to marry him. And he's like, I don't have a whole lot of time here. I just am looking for a nice friend and visiting. And then just one day he went to sleep. So anyway, just thinking about this with the, broken heart syndrome. So, little sleepy. I recently got up from an amazing nap with Luna. Well, good. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I'm going to be, cutting out of here in like 10 minutes. I'm wondering if I should be pushing this further back. Are you guys able to come on the later part of the stream? Because maybe I should go from 10 to noon instead of 9 to 11. Anyway, something to think about. But I'm glad you guys are here. And this is what we've been doing. This is going to be the new header, the new cover, and I'll put the ink one in there. We've already inked one. But we're going to have layered all the different characters from my world. And I'm thinking maybe what I might do, we'll see. What I might do is I might shrink it smaller and smaller as I make more and more characters. Maybe. We'll see. We'll do a few and see how it looks first. But doing that to replace the cover. And because you didn't get to see Wolfie, The last one that I did this over the weekend. I did Hoban. You guys can see the detail on him right there. I just wanted to draw something. I don't know. It's just beautiful detail. That's what I'm striving to make. It's beautiful detail. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour before I got to go. I want to show you. And I will go ahead. Let's go back. Let's see. Go back to the home page. So we're going to replace this right here. And it will still say Wanted Hero, the adventure you'll never forget at the bottom with all the characters. But this will be replaced with all the characters. But I want to show you all these beautiful, beautiful buttons that we've made. Introduction button. My published books button. And we're going to press that one in a minute. Do this first. All the nice. I love all these banners and these buttons. Yeah. My time is normally fine, but work really makes me tired, so sometimes I do miss the start. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad, because I was wondering, well, if you're not able to make it, I'll change it again. Then the goodies for people. I had so much fun making these things. The creator's blog, our original music. And then I love the banners. We did the separators. What do they call those? Dividers. We decided to make Ithari, magic from the Ithari. Of course, we got our nice Twitch button, or a Discord button, our YouTube button, and our Twitch button. Those were fun. We've got our Reality's Broken by Immortality. We've got that one. Become a patron, which is where it goes to Hoban. So we'll click on that one. And that's what this brings up. See, it says, I'd be a fool to just give away my life's work. And then instead of where we had it before, now he goes through and he talks about, look, I want to share everything with you. But, it takes effort to be able to do this. So would you be willing to buy me a cup of coffee? You buy him a cup of coffee and he'll share what he knows. And we worked it out. So $3 for 720 hours of access. That's not bad. Buy him a drink, you get even more. Buy a Hoban a meal once a month, well, then he's going to pay very particular attention to you. Ta-da. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad. I think it's gorgeous, too. I'm so excited about this. Oh, but I got to show you the page that, oh, my goodness, that we just... It's the published books page. So I wanted to have a one-stop shop, right? One place where everybody could find. You come to the website. The main thing that I'm doing is encouraging the story, right? And those are books that are sold. So we did a page that has everything on it, and everything, just the color and everything. Oh my goodness, everything just is clickable. Me and Lingna, we're working on this. We're looking over all this, and I'm thinking, I just want to touch everything. And you can here. So we've got buttons. You can buy the books. And then, what do we also have? We have my books if you're a world builder. I've got my paper journals. Oh, here's a fun one. Come up to the top. So we got the series here. Jump to the series. So you click on any of these. If you notice, some of these say sub bonus. That is, I have all sorts of stories and books. You cannot buy them. You cannot get them any other way. You have to get them as a sub. So people who really want to go into the deep lore, it's very simple. $3 a month. You buy Hoban a cup of coffee and keep him charged with legal stimulants, and we're good. But if you click on any of these, let's click on Hoban Lucky Feller's Guides, and it just jumps right down to that. And then we had this fun idea. You guys have seen this in Discord. The little GIF here, which is the little port button. So we made that as the back to the top button. Bam. Love that. Absolutely love that. It's so much fun. Anyway, so much fun. Love this page. And we set things up on Ko-Fi as well, which is fun. Do the Ko-Fi. See, I put Hoban in this morning on the Ko-Fi. And guess what? I got a shop. I got a shop on Ko-Fi. And I'm selling all the books. And I'm selling the first 5 comics. I've been hard at work. Trying to have everything automated, so all I have to do is come here and draw with you guys and write articles and write books. That's it. Everything else is up, and it feels good to have that much accomplished. That's what I'm saying. It just feels good. Anyway, so fun. Fun. I'm glad it makes me giddy with delight as well. So that's Hoban being built, and we're doing the headers here. And so we'll work on this again on Thursday, and we're going to keep going on this. I'm still going to work on it from time to time, so I'll add to it. But just wanted to show you guys this. Let you be here for and I'll keep adding in pencil, but to be here for the creation of this cover. I'm excited. Oh my heck, I also forgot. Guess what else we got? Again, I have so much thanks to Lengna if she's still here in the channel, but I'm really excited because we're going to bring the Choose Your Own Ending book, Choose Your Own Adventure book. That's already been published. And it's already on the site. The whole book and the adventure is there. I'm going to add more to it. But we're going to figure out how to get it all linked together. So there will be a live, fun, interactive, Choose Your Own Ending fantasy book. Which is fun because it allows readers to go and make choices, that the choices they make affect my storyline 600 years later. So people will be able to play with that book and then read a book from the main series and read about an event and be able to turn to someone and go, I helped make that happen. That was the effect I wanted to have, so it should be fun. And that's about it for the day. And I feel like I got a bunch of coughing coming on, so I'm gonna call it quits here and thank all of you for coming back for a little bit. I know we crashed twice. Complete crash, not just the program. My whole computer crashed. But I am hoping that pretty soon, we're waiting about another 3 weeks for the prices to drop because, end of the year, new computer parts and stuff. Everybody gets ready for Christmas. But I'm going to build, we're going to build a Hackintosh and see if I can solve these challenges once and for all. Crossing fingers. All right, so that's it for today. And thank you all for coming. And remember to come to WantedHero.com. You can join my Discord. But I'd love to see you over there at WantedHero.com because it's growing and it's fun and it's purty. I mean, it's purty. I decided to pull out all the stops and draw the way I really, really like to draw with the detail. And yeah, so come check it out. Anyway, you guys have a great day. I wish I could do raids, but when I do raids, it crashes. So I'm just going to say thanks, Apple, thanks, Twitch, and and we'll go from there. You have a good one, too, Gifted Brian. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Wolfie. Thanks, Tillers, Mister, all of you. And such a great day. Love you back, Wolfie. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Come to WantedHero.com. Come to WantedHero.com.
Almost.
Come to my dad's website and buy a book. All our books. At WantedHero.com.